What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny 2. Now in today's video we're taking another look at Bastion. This is the only kinetic fusion rifle inside Destiny 2, but if you want to absolutely delete supers inside Crucible, then this is the video for you. Now if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a rating down below, that super helps me out here on the channel, and if you are new around here, want to keep up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 content, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now the Bastion fusion rifle was introduced to Destiny 2 back in Season 2, Season of Dawn, as part of the Corridors of Time quest, which was solved early by the community. Now Bastion being reward for this quest resulted in varying feedback throughout the community, which to a degree has tainted the view of the weapon for some Guardians. Now I know what some of you may be thinking, why decide to review this weapon now? Well, with the launch of Season 11 and some of the changes to auto rifles, which we've covered many of those here, right here on the channel. And now a lot of those are 600 RPM auto rifles, and 5 out of the 6 that we've covered are all energy weapons, which pair perfectly with something like Bastion being a kinetic fusion rifle. Now, as always with these videos, let's take a look at Bastion itself. So as I said, it's a kinetic fusion rifle when it comes with the intrinsic trait Saint's Fists. This is where we have to charge to fire 3 spreads of kinetic slugs. Now, it also comes with the weapon trait Breakthrough, where a portion of this weapon's damage bypasses elemental shields. Now in terms of the other weapon perks, it comes with Hammer Forge Rifling, which gives a +10 to its range stat. It also has Liquid Coils, which also provides a +10 to the impact and a -10 to the charge time. And finally it has Composite Stock, which provides +5 to stability and +5 to handling. Now if you don't have Bastion already, you need to first unlock Saint 14 and simply go visit him in the tower, and he'll have the exotic quest waiting for you, for which you need to complete. Now if you don't have a guide for that, I'll provide the link to mine above, so feel free to use that if you're still finishing the quest. Cool, so we know what Bastion is and we know how to get it, but is it any good, and why should we start using this now, especially inside the Crucible? So the closest fusion rifles to the Bastion, currently by archetype at least anyway, is the Epicurean and the main ingredient, and that's about as much as they all have in common. As I said, this is a kinetic, which makes it a standout weapon in itself, as it works like a hybrid shotgun with a fusion-like charge time. So if you think like Lord of Wars, but a fusion rifle, then you're pretty much in the right place. Now, as we said before, the intrinsic trait on this weapon is Saint's Fists, which fire kinetic slugs. Now, each slug consists of 7 bolts, which each deal up to 30 in damage per hit. Now, that is 210 damage per individual slug, with the weapon firing 3 slugs per round. So if we break that down, that's 21 bolts over 3 slugs, so a total of 630 damage per shot over 3 slugs, and that's only using 1 round from your magazine in order to do that. Now Bastion has an effective range of around 16 meters, which is similar to any sidearms with max range, and also Chaperone with its Rotem perk active. Both of those types of weapons require precision, which the Bastion does not. Now the Bastion doesn't deal precision damage either, but based on these numbers, it will only take 1 slug from the 3 that you fire to kill a Guardian. Now the slugs themselves are hexagon in shape, unlike the RNG spread of traditional fusion rifles, which helps again deliver a level of consistency across the output across all the slugs that you fire. And with a high recoil stat of 75 and a near vertical recoil pattern, it ensures consistency each and every time you use it. Now you can also pair this with the enhanced scatter projectile mods from the Season 11 artifact, and that will further narrow the spread of these projectiles, making it more consistent and more accurate towards the end of its effective range. Now, as we said at the beginning of the video, this is a hybrid shotgun with a fusion-like charge time, and the slugs fire back to back, and this allows for a margin of error in your play, but also time to recover from things like heavy aims if you're using a controller, or even flinch if you're taking enemy fire. So if we take a bit of time to think about that, even if you miss 1 slug out of the 3 that it fires, you have the time and the output still of at least 1 or 2 slugs to finish off your target. Now inside the Crucible, you can take down supers and overshields with ease when you use Bastion. It allows you to actually approach super encounters with some deal of confidence, and rather than run away and hide, you can actually chase down your target knowing that you can potentially take them out. Now this weapon has consistency running through its veins. It fires a consistent amount of bolts which deal consistent damage at a consistent spread, and it allows you to effectively and consistently once again deal effective damage within its effective range. Now if you can approach encounters within 16 meters with this weapon, if you approach them in the right way, then more often than not you will come out on top. I've personally used this weapon a lot over the last few days, and I've shut down many a super. This pairs perfectly with 600 RPM auto rifles. Things like the Galliard are its best friend, which allows you to engage in those mid-range engagements, and then if anyone was to push you, then you have the right weapon for the job to take that target out. Now, whilst Bastion has a slightly longer charge time, you can work around that and use the output that it provides to your advantage. So there we have it. That is Bastion, the only kinetic fusion rifle inside Destiny 2, which pairs perfectly with pretty much every 600 RPM auto rifle we've been using this season. So if you haven't given it a try already, be sure to collect the quest from Saint 14 or take this from your collections and give it a try. Now, just before we go, I just want to talk to you guys about the Bungie bounty. This is currently in effect, and the last one is being run on Monday, 11th of May at 10 AM Pacific, which is 6 PM here in the UK, upon the daily reset. And that would be myself and Houndish will be available on Xbox if you want to try and matchmake against us in the Classic Mix playlist. I'll leave a link to that, providing all the details in the video description below, so be sure to check that out if you want to pair up against myself or Houndish and be in with a chance of winning an awesome emblem. Now, if you have enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a rating down below. That super helps me out here on the channel, and if you are new around here, I want to keep up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 content, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump back into the game as always, guys, but I will catch you all again very soon.